Only listen to this recording when you're in a place where you can safely relax and fall asleep. Do not drive or operate machinery while listening. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to this hypnotic recording, which has been designed by me to help you get your most easy and comfortable sleep. And all you need to do, to start with, is to allow yourself to find your most comfortable position. You can adjust and move about whenever you want to in order to find that perfect place, that most comfortable place. And just let your attention now begin to slowly move away from the external world, moving inward now into your body, and just noticing your heartbeat, that gentle rhythm, and also your breathing, just allowing that to slow down. Deeper and slower breaths, all the way in and all the way out. And as you listen to my voice, it will just act as a guide, along with the music and the natural rhythms of your body, to take you into that deeper state of calm, ready for deep, replenishing sleep. And we'll be talking about numbers today. When you think about numbers, there's something deeply hypnotic about counting. There's a certainty. As you get comfortable, and I'd like you to imagine a clear blue sky always follows one, and in that clear blue sky, just as 3, I want you to always follows the number 2. 300 begin and to 4 follows clearly 2 in your mind. So you see that you can create it any way you want. Can't make those numbers reassuring and bold and easy to observe. And as children, we were sometimes told even made out of count sheep. It's entirely up to you to go into that realm as you see that deep sleep 300. And now you can clearly allow it to that very same way away, or a new way, only for the next number to say down, those sleep-inducing in its place sequences 2 that 9, we all know 9, and could recount in our sleep, and the next number down, although replaces that. Have you ever tried as that number to count 299 in your dream fades and found that somehow place by 2 the 9s just 8 couldn't seem to form clearly. And again 2 in your mind's eye 9 7 somehow they just evaporated 2 9 6, no matter how much, and follow the sequence down them to the next number, or 2 keep 9 5, and continue to do that elusive as you listen to my voice drifted away from you, following each a bit number like clouds, down, letting it fade away, never remaining quiet by the next in any down, one way, as before they to, drift, or as long as you're able to follow those numbers with your conscious mind, and then give way. You might find, though, to a new formation that they begin to drift, and as you gaze, you lose track of where you were forgot with those numbers, what you were originally. You can begin again if you want, or notice at the beginning with 300 or as 1. You can simply pick up roughly where you think you left off, shape, though you may not remember form, which number that was, as it all begin to dispersing once more, floaty and indistinct, and then perhaps drifting to emerge, hard from to keep hold of. But again, and you soon drifted. Try and let them reform until they began, but in an easy and comfortable manner, as one, until your mind becomes and you're so very tired of forming those numbers to drift away further, impossible, leaving to keep those number sequences going of just down to the next number, being able as to recall, begin to drift more and more on, more freely, only for it to slip away one more time, two. So maybe you just began again at the beginning, as you can remember the beginning, but not quite where you were. Certainly nowhere near towards the end of that sequence, but somewhere far away from that, but still perhaps some way from the original number where you began. So it was just so easy then to notice those sequences until somewhere along that pathway to a calm, deep, and sleepy state, somehow those numbers just became a little more elusive, just like when you dream and try and count those numbers, those dream numbers. Or you're dreaming of numbers and start to try and see them clearly, and you found that somehow those numbers just couldn't seem to form clearly in your mind's eye. Somehow they just evaporated, no matter how much you tried to see them or keep hold of them. They became elusive and drifted away from you, a bit like clouds never quite remaining in any one way before they again drifted further and further away, until eventually it just gave way to a new formation as you gazed, and you forgot what you were originally seeing, as one thing becomes another. Again, a shape, or maybe a pleasing form, before once more dispersing, and then you noticed two or more emerging from somewhere, and soon they drifted and drifted until they began to merge into a whole new formation. And you easily find, as those drift away further again, leaving you just at the verge of being able to recall where you were. What number was it for it once again to slip away? Maybe just find it's easier to begin somewhere around where you left off. You can remember the beginning, but not quite where you left off. Certainly nowhere near the end of that sequence, but somewhere far away from that beginning, but still some way into those sequences of numbers now, as you let them just drift by you once more. As you drift now into a deep restful night's sleep. Sleep well. Good night.